cannot imagine what you've done.
Screw co-op existence!
Why do you gaze at me so?
Forgive me for being blunt, but are you a virgin?
The impertinence.
Something devoured my neighbor's husband last moon.
My husband
Nobody
doesn't
takes
permit
on the
me to talk to
monsters in this
strangers.
city. Something devoured my neighbor's husband last moon.
I'm angry. My husband doesn't permit me to talk to strangers.
Non-humans are behind the evil here.
Something devoured my neighbor's husband last moon.
My husband doesn't permit me to talk to strangers. You'll be... May I help?
Forgive me. I need a virgin's tear to cure a man's curse.
A surprising proposition.
I thought you could help.
Helping others is my calling, and you found the right person. I'll shed a tear for you.
Thank you.
Yes?
Here's a magic potion against lycanthropy. It should help.
How will I repay you?
Don't tell anyone I did this for free. I have my reputation.
I'll give this potion to Vincent.
Damn it! Whatever you do, don't bet on the boxing. It's rigged. What do you want? Damn it! What?
Any rooms?
5 orens.
Never seen anything stranger than that freak.
Yes?
Did the potion work?
Oh, Master Witcher. I made certain Vincent drank it, but nothing happened.
We'll find another way.
Yes?
I've heard stories of true love changing beasts into men.
But we make love regularly.
Love means more than frolicking in bed.
I know Vincent doesn't love me. Sometimes when he's angry, he calls me a vile whore.
Carmen.
I know I turned tricks, but for him I'd agreed to be like other girls. Damn it. I'd even learned how to embroider.
Listen, it's clear Vincent's lycanthropy isn't your biggest problem. Tell him you love him, and how you tried to cure him. If he's not a complete swine, he'll react.
He's unsure, torn between me and his work.
He needs to set his priorities straight.
Witcher, please talk to him. He's at the station.
Greetings.
Carmen asked me to see you.
Witcher detective turns Witcher therapist.
In brief, Carmen doesn't like you being a werewolf.
What's your beef? It's not my choice.
I can lift the curse, but you must desire it. You want to be with Carmen?
Witcher...
Will you give up your superhuman strength for love?
Strength I use against evil.
Strength that will one day consume you. You still have a choice.
I'll think about it, Witcher.
Love can move mountains, but...
It must be true.
Only my man is important now.
Made up your mind?
Let's go out back.
I was jesting.
Maybe we should...
No.
Bye.
Damn!
Any rooms?
5 orens.
Yes?
I saw Vincent.
Oh, Witcher, I don't know how to thank you. I'm awash in happiness. We had an honest conversation. I told him everything, how much I love him.
Finally.
He said if I cared so much, maybe this love deserves a chance. First time I ever saw him cry.
Sometimes the simplest solutions are best.
But that's not all. I haven't found hair in our bed recently. Maybe... Never mind, I don't want to jinx it. I have to believe that everything will be all right.
That's good to hear. True love can work wonders.
It's drizzling.
Yes?
Farewell.
You're
Listen, I found a magical stone at the Salamandra hideout.
interesting. Let me see. Geralt, it's a telecommunicator. It leaves a magical trace of any transfers.
Meaning?
With a bit of luck, we can use this to find the Salamandra base.
So...
We'll talk to Luvarden about it.
Know anything more about that magic communicator I gave you?
It allows conversations over short distances. With some knowledge of magic, one can draw quite a bit of information from it. If the salamanders were using it to communicate with their base, I should be able to pinpoint its location.
Short distances. Interesting. Can you check the last communication?
The communicator sent a signal to a house in Vizima. It's marked on your map. Is there something I should know?
I have a hunch. I'll check it out.
All right, but be careful.
I'll see you later.
Quite the dangerous one bearing weapons on your back.
Duty cool.
Hello again, Witcher.
Greetings, Radovid.
No magic mirror between us this time. I'm pleased you found my sanctuary. Triss Merigold lent a hand, am I right?
You know Triss?
Not personally, but I know Philippa Eilhart, and that's like knowing all sorceresses. I wish to speak with you, Witcher.
Who is Philippa?
One of Redania's most prominent citizens. She has bribed, dazzled, or bullied half of Redania's elite. She also belongs to the Lodge of Sorceresses, as does your Triss.
They don't accept sorcerers?
No. Each sorceress believes she's to decide the fate of the world. Sometimes they do.
If you say so.
Don't disregard sorceresses. Beautiful, wise, helpful. At least so they present themselves. Someday, I'll put them in their place. Though in her favor, Triss once betrayed her girlfriends.
I trust Triss.
Mark my words.
Who are you? And I don't mean your name.
Good question, but one with no simple answer. I was raised at the Redanian royal court. My father was murdered during the war with Nilfgaard. Ever since I lost interest in toys, I've strived to regain my heritage, find my father's murderers, and introduce order to my lands. Sadly, I'm surrounded by corrupt traitors, overly ambitious sorceresses, and frustrated chaplains of the Eternal Fire.
From what I've seen, the upper crust in Temeria is the same.
Nothing attracts sons of bitches like power.
You wanted something?
Familiar with these strange edicts in Vizima?
I've heard about them.
They bear the royal seal, but some suspect fraud.
Tell me more.
It's just as Tala said. Foltest didn't sign these. I'd recognize his signature.
You know Taller?
Certainly. I'd be a fool not to know Temeria's chief of intelligence.
So Foltest didn't declare martial law?
No. I feel I should inform him of this.
What's your connection to Ada?
I had hoped to persuade her to marry the King of Redania, which would benefit both kingdoms. With Foltest's help, our king could finally rid himself of all the parasites surrounding him. In turn, Redania could support Temeria in its fight against the Scoia'tael. I need not mention the benefits of increased trade. The kingdoms united could resist the expanding powers of the knightly orders and the guilds. Additionally...
Enough. You've convinced me. But I'm not Ada.
And you, Witcher, what do you think of Foltest's daughter?
What do you want to know?
You're an expert on monsters. You broke her Strigger spell.
True.
Can she bear children?
I don't see why not.
Healthy, human children?
I believe so. One of the knowing could examine her.
Thank you. Keep this conversation confidential, and please don't meddle in Redania's dynastic intentions.
I generally don't meddle, so you have nothing to fear, Your Majesty.
When did you figure it out?
Well, there's the way you spoke of Redania, of Ada, and then there's your ring.
If ever in Redania, visit the royal court. Farewell.
Farewell, King.
Tamaria is a mess. Witcher.
Farewell. I'll see.
You're different. How interesting.
Sometimes I...
Have a seat. I'll be with you soon.
Any rooms?
5 orange, just for you.
No challengers? Yoo-hoo!
Your mother sucks dwarf cock.
I'm glad you're here. I've learned a lot about Salamandra.
Pleased to hear it.
Their influence has spread further than we thought. We're no longer able to face them ourselves.
So what have you decided?
Declan will make you an offer.
One I can't refuse?
Witcher.
What's the gift of Lara?
A long, complex story, but I'll keep it short. Lara Doranep Sheadal was no normal elf, more like a genetic bomb. She was to couple with another genetically special individual and bear an even more exceptional child. But that never happened. Lara fell in love with Cregennan of Lod, a mage, a human. Lara and Cregennan's children, known as those of Elder Blood, proved hard to follow. Thus the sorcerers who had hatched the plan lost control of their precious gene.
I'll find you later.
Salamandra has strong political backing. We've been unable to convince town or military authorities to take them on.
How's that possible?
I suspect it relates to recent suspicious edicts.
What will you do?
We need support. An army unit or similar force.
How does that involve me?
We'd like you to negotiate with our potential allies.
Who do you have in mind?
Salamandra have ruffled some feathers. The Squareto. The Order of the Flaming Rose.
You're mad, Luvarden.
No. Only one lasting solution to this problem remains. If you succeed, we will meet them here. Yes?
Farewell.
I need an apprentice. Eternal fire.
If you detest Salamandra, I have a proposition.
I've spoken to both Luvarden and Triss.
But Salamandra is terrorizing your city.
My hands are tied. I'd like to tell you why, but I can't.
You're not very convincing.
I'm old and tired. I prefer not to see Vizima ablaze.
You think Salamandra would torch the city?
I think the problem is much, much deeper.
My feet hurt.
Everything's wet. It's drizzling.
Geralt?
How's your leg?
Fine. A mere scratch.
Everything all right?
I'm to receive a medal for saving the property of some townspeople.
I see.
You'd be eligible, but medals are only awarded to knights. Unless...
No. I won't join with that vow of celibacy.
I understand. Hey, the Grand Master himself is going to present the medal to me. Yes?
I have a proposal. Will you help me destroy the Salamandra?
How?
I have powerful friends who know how to destroy it.
Is this some political plot?
Siegfried, you trusted me at the bank.
Okay. Any details?
The new Neracourt Tavern. Come by tonight.
I'll be there.
Wait for our signal.
Eternal fire, fill my heart.
Eternal fire, fill my heart.